trying to be very neighborly, and I sit outside and talk to someone so long that all my makeup just melted off my face. And I'm just saying, and the person I was talking to, they didn't break a sweat. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I'm fresh out the shower, and I'm finna go and take a shower again now. So I was asking myself, why? Like, why? Because I get why sometimes. Why? Just because I care. Because I enjoy expressing. When I see myself look down, I'm like editing. When I see myself looking down, it always takes me, like, I feel some kind of way. Also, when I listen to myself, I swear I hear a list. When I'm talking, I don't hear it. But when I listen to myself, like this feedback, that's what it sounds like. See, the makeup is all melted. Like, it's literally like, I mean, catch myself. I'm like, so since when did you start doing that? Like, when did you start? I was like, I've been doing that. Like, no, you haven't. Like, yes, I have. And then we make up. We have tea, yeah, and things like that. I saw fireflies the other night. Fireflies. I swear I hear a lisp. It's crazy. Okay. I'm not saying I hear fireflies. I don't want the lisp community to come for me. Please don't. I'm telling you that I hear it. Anyway, I just want to understand. Look, I done sweated like right in the crease. Did you see that? Yeah, I see it now. How exactly is anyone leaving this planet and breaching that Van Allen radiation belt? What materials are being used that is possible? Were the cameras that took the pictures of the moon landing, what were they made of that they survived those elements of being up there, out there? Some people speculate that they really were just in the ocean. Have you seen the footage of the astronauts that were believed to have still living and walking about after their death? It's Googleable. I've seen it. You know, it's just a theory. It's just a theory. We all have a little bit of a theorist in us, you know? Like, I don't want you to see my makeup that ran down my forehead. Yeah. Kind of looking like Carrie here. I don't see that. So I just call myself again. Seems like, so you just did it again because you're trying to prove a point that you do it. Just look at the previous videos. Y'all, I'm having a whole conversation with myself. Yeah. I know that it was probably very odd for my sisters and my mother. Like, outside of that, you know, I care, but then I don't care. But like my mom and sisters, for sure, I know that they have some very colorful ideas about me. Mostly good, but all still very, there's an array of colors, okay? When I'm with them, I don't spend a lot of time talking about myself. I do a lot of listening. I don't know, you guys. For me, listening is like one of the biggest, it's one of the highest forms of currency. It's the highest respect that I can give you is to listen to you. You're taking the time to say it. I'm sopping up everything you're saying. You know what I mean? That's a currency. That's a gift when you lend someone your audience. I'll be your audience. I'll listen to you. I'll sort through this idea, this topic with you. Let us go, shall we? I don't know why I had to do all that. I don't know why I did that. I didn't have to do that. Look, so you're doing it again. Yes, I'm doing it again. Like when I'm editing, I'm editing by myself. So I see myself and my behaviors and the way that that's changed over the years. And it's just like I said, it just confirms or reaffirms what I know, that we're all children in this. My laugh today is not the laugh that I had when I was in my 20s. So I'm just saying, just paying attention to myself. The way it seems like a lot of other people have been paying a lot of attention to me for all the wrong reasons. And there's some aspects of myself that even I haven't been paying attention to. Somebody got to tend to you, girl. You know what I mean? So my relationship with myself is growing, and that's part of what I'm sharing with you guys. That's why my rants, I had to put the word rant, the term rant, in my title, like for what I consider myself doing. It's not just a vlog, or it is a bit of a rant. I allow myself to just wander, and just to be clear for people who may have a negative opinion, like on the surface it may appear like I'm talking about nothing. It's wealth for me because it's coming from my heart 100%. Like I'm not getting any money or anything like that. And I don't know, on the flip side of that, the bugs still make me jump, okay? I did it again. So I'm not like talking about myself whenever I'm with them, and also whenever I'm coming to you, like for my little journal entries, I'm talking about myself. That's what my journal is about primarily. My day and how I felt, how I feel. For those of you that may be out of touch with why. Because otherwise that's like a hell of a thing to do if all you do is talk about yourself all the time. But I don't. This is what I would be writing. Because otherwise I'm up on politics. I'm up on just the news. I stay up to date. I know a little bit about a lot. And I'm so grateful for the wealth of information that I do know, that I have. And I'm a truth seeker. So that takes a healthy appetite for information and a very significant palate intellectually. How did that shift? Did it fall out? No, it just shifted down. I really need to clean my car. But no, there are other more relevant topics, relevant to your idea of entertainment, whatever you're entertaining yourself with. When you come to my conscious rant, you're primarily getting my perspectives and my feelings. I try not to talk about those political topics. And these are things that, that's what other people's platforms are for. This is much lighter than that. This is so simple. And I kind of think that that's where we kind of get carried away in adulting. And just, it's like I told my children, like, once you get on this bike, you never get off of it. I mean, even as an entrepreneur, you have deadlines to meet, you have things to do. And so before you get there, and all along the way, responsibly have as much fun as you possibly can. Yeah, we become so, this is why I was made the comment about once you get on, you don't get to just hop off of it, It's, anyway, we become so preoccupied with just surviving here, living our lives, that a lot of times people just they opt out of doing the introspection, the deep introspection, maybe with some professional help, like therapy. I try to say that as soft as possible because it can sound like a slap in the face, or at least a slap on the wrist, but it's a healthy mindset. When I've been in my stages, like I have this downtime, I I choose how I want to spend that time. And there's a lot of reflection and things that I can improve upon, and some areas that I have always struggled with, that I stay on myself. I stay slipping in some areas, but I definitely stay on myself. And because I just, anything that I can afford to do better, that I can improve upon, including my ideas about other people. That's why I always talk about the people that I refer to is from the perspective that I healed from this. And it doesn't even necessarily imply that person, that they were my actual enemy, and that they scarred me, and so now I have to get this great healing. It's a situation. Something was said or something was done, and this person behaved in a way that is not typical of their character. I behaved in a way that is not typical of my character. You get angry every now and then. You lose your temper every now and then. If you're lucky, not even every now and then. It's more like seldom. but I mean, things happen and things are said. Like that moment was in that moment. And you know who's learning what? How many of the mistakes are being repeated? How many lessons are you having to repeat? How many cycles are you know what I mean? I could start giving examples. I'm starting with myself. Some of the cycles, I'm not like, everyone feels so called out, and you shouldn't. It's like a part of me, like, I hope that what I'm saying resonates, but then I'm sad to know that for the things that hurt the worst, I hope that you have no idea what I'm talking about. I hope that it's completely oblivious to you. Like, that's a real thing? That really happens? That really happened? People do that? You went through that? I'd rather you say that than say the same thing happened to you. And that's all I'm saying. People try not to talk about their issues. Like, I think you can talk about anything. It depends on why you're talking about it. For me. That's why I was like, yeah, you can't sit in front of me, spitting a bunch of garbage and speaking poison on someone else's life, curses on someone else's life and livelihood. I'm very careful about what gets to go in here, and because it does influence what comes out. Somebody's energy is going to overrule and overpower this thing. will be the dominant energy. What if we all walked around looking and acting like you? What if we all walked around looking and acting like Tanika? Because I know I'm not perfect. So here's the thing. So I just had this incredible conversation with the veteran. I can talk to them, man, forever. Like, he's almost 80 or 90 years old. Got me in my heart. I have heard so many stories. So the reason why I'm emotional and I'm talking about relationships and stuff like that is this is a veteran just chatting it up with me. There were so many stories of military, I'm going to say that stereotype and the anticipation of that broad, that was definitely an issue, like for me in my first marriage. But just overall, taking me back out of it, back over here, okay? Just in general, that stereotype of the stereotypical military wife, the idea that the percentage being in the 80 percentile, that they are or have been or will cheat on their spouses, the service members. Nobody deserves to be cheated on, but especially the people that are risking their lives for this country, for what they believe is a just cause. You know what I mean? And to hear him talk about that, it's one of the biggest and greatest gifts that you can give your significant other, is the reassurance of your loyalty and your commitment, that you would never dishonor yourself or your spouse. There isn't anybody fine enough, with enough money, with enough style, with enough education. There's nobody who can pull you. If you don't see the value in giving that to somebody, because I value that. That's the reason why, since I know that I move with intention. Honor yourself. Honor yourself. And then honor your partner. That's some humiliating shit. His whole experience, this man done been to several wars. You know what I mean? That's not, he's lost many friends. He doesn't even, and now he doesn't feel like he has any friends because his battle buddies are gone. And he's not talking about all of his experience and the vast expanse of his military career, the life of his military career. He's talking about that he couldn't even trust a woman. He couldn't even trust a woman. To not only not cheat, but to not cheat in his house. In the house! That's such a despicable thing to do. So now, years later, people are talking about buying brides. I guess there's like a very real supply and demand. I get it. No, I've never been on a dating site before. I don't have a dating profile. I'm not chatting with anyone online. Not even in Messenger, which I haven't logged into my Messenger in months. Like months, probably since last year. Like, I'm not But even on Messenger, like, no one is messaging me that I don't know. But I guess if people find ways and places, they make it happen. But I remember when I first came to the world, it's just like I'm thinking about it, the idea of signing up on one of those sites. Why am I talking about that? Because he was talking about it. Because he's hurt. He went back into a memory. Anyway, so he met someone online. But before that, the reason that he's there in the first place is that he caught his wife with his stepson's father in his house, in his bed. And she was mean about, like, when you catch somebody doing some shit that they shouldn't be doing, and they cop an attitude with you because you caught them doing some shit. It's like, what the fuck is, like, what are you doing? What is the motivation or the inspiration for your attitude in your mouth right now? Basis, are you talking to me like that? Anyway, this man is reliving that, talking to me. And I was just like, I don't hardly hear the male version of heartbreak and heartache. But I will tell you, that's one of the things that drew me very close to my cousins, those two males that are older than me and the two males that are the same age as me. Remember, they didn't have any sisters and I didn't have any brothers. And I love them. I still love them all. I love my family. I love them. Anyway, since I was so close to them and they got to get out before I got to get out, I watched them. I saw it happen. For the people that would try to call them, dogs, or to say that they're whores, and I saw the young men make their debut in their beautiful royal emotional tuxedos. They were ready to give the shit a real chance, and only to have their girlfriends try to talk to and try to have sex with their own family members. I saw it. I saw the thing that changed them. I saw their hearts being broken, and I saw them go from being sweet boys, good boys, to, man, F all these bees. And I understand it. I understand. Even once they've healed it, like, that's gonna always be there, because they didn't just get done a little bit dirty. They got it. And that's the part that a lot of people don't see. What you produced something that now you've turned him into that. That I know of, I haven't turned anyone into that. If I have, I'm so sorry. That I know of, I haven't, though. When I say that, I know, because it's like I would know if I cheated on someone, but it's not. I don't mean, that's not the only way that you can hurt someone. You can betray their trust by telling their secrets and talking about the things. Like, I never talked about any of your flaws while we were together. I ain't gonna start talking about them flaws now that we're not together, because I have real love for you. It doesn't mean that I didn't see all of your flaws. I'm not going to start naming people's shit. I'm just saying, for some of the things that I've heard about myself in arguments, like, some people, like, they went real low. You know what I mean? But what is love? What is love? What is love? Love is a 4-letter word. And it can be a noun. I like it as a verb. Okay. saying 5 because it's like 15 minutes and 35 seconds now. So I was just saying 5 instead of 4 minutes. What happened to Avant? I used to like Avant. My dad used to tell us that we couldn't listen to, not that we couldn't listen to, but he discouraged us listening to some of the love songs that we were listening to. Like, I was like, what did Stephanie Mills ever do to you? Any woman that was singing about like glorifying infidelity, like glorifying being the side chick, the other chick, he's like, you're singing that and you're chanting that. Daddy, were you a psych major in college? I forget. Just a little bit about Daddy. Daddy was in the military. Daddy became a minister. And in college, I think Daddy's major was psychology, if I'm not mistaken. Which I've always been like grossly intrigued by it myself. I need to go and get cleaned up. Yeah. Is a huge contributor to how and why we show up the way that we do, my sisters and I. Anyway, I do talk about other things in like my day-to-day, but the whole purpose of this channel, this is vlogging, journaling, what I would be writing down. And I wouldn't be writing anything down about politics. I wouldn't be writing anything down about what's on TV. Are you in touch with yourself like that? That's all I'm talking about. And some will say maybe because of my current situation that I can't talk about this. Like, you ain't talking about a house and about no bills because you ain't got none. You don't know what I have. You don't know what I have. Ain't nobody over the age of 18 getting away with not taking care of themselves. So, there ain't nobody taking care of me, that's for sure. I do appreciate the people that have offered to, though. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Okay. Boy, it's time to go in. It's time to go in. What happened to the Amazon rainforest? What happened to the Amazon rainforest? Just out here chilling in the rain. Getting ready to go back in the house. Thought I would hit you up. Still on the topic of love and relationships because so many people are sharing their good news with me. And you know how you know when someone really, really respects you and when they really love you is when they go out of their way to not argue with you or to not like oppose you, like whenever they can help it. Like it doesn't mean that we have to agree on everything, but the things that we disagree on don't have to be debated. Like when you really respect the other person and you know that you're being respected, like that's truly being reciprocated, then that people are entitled to feel whatever, and then they should always be that. Oh, it's itching. Yes, that feels good to scratch it. Anyway, was the son of a preacher man. Yeah, but it's about how you talk to me. How you talk to me. How do you talk to your significant other? Way off the subject. I remember after my first experience overseas, I got to see like the world in a from a different perspective, and it made me take a look at how we move as American citizens, and the things that we maybe take for granted, some of the freedoms and liberties that we have, despite the very real presence and the the vibe of oppression that's real. Here and there, like depending on who you are, where you're from, where you're living at, we still have levels of oppression here, but like nothing comparable to like third world countries where they don't know anything about a democracy. Some of the rights that we have to speak and express and dress and just believe and be, I don't take those things for granted. But what I will say that I noticed in my experience overseas is that the people seem to care for their land a lot more. Like there was a distinct difference. The outdoors did not smell like in a state like Oklahoma or Kansas. I don't expect any parts of it to ever smell like, Detroit or New Jersey. You know what I mean? Or New York or California. Anyway. Some people hear about your love story and they get jealous. They'll think that maybe you don't deserve it, or the people that they're looking at, whatever, see how long that lasts. Like I get high off of other people's love stories. I do. Like I'm such a hopeful romantic. I be genuinely hoping that, I hope that you guys work it out. I hope that you guys, you know what I mean? I be really like, I want you to make it. I want you to make it, and to block all distractions out, and and to stay in the honeymoon energy, the honeymoon phase energy. I thought that was off. Before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. I gotta say, today it was a good day. I'm just grateful. I want to share that. I share the spirit of gratitude. I'm sharing the spirit of gratitude. I said, Mr. Purple People Leader, what's your line? He said, eating purple people and it sure is fine. What was I saying?